MonkeyMan. I don't give a damn. Get high, float it to the sky. I'm MonkeyMan. I'm MonkeyMan. I don't give a damn. Get high, float up to the sky.
I'm going to show you a way to scalp on the 15-second chart. This is a 15-second NQ chart. This used to be one of my favorite charts to trade on. I've added the MMT trend and reversal indicator. It's got a Williams as the input series. I'll show you all the settings towards the end of the video. This is this morning's price action from NFP Friday. Here's our first candle, the New York Open. Here's what I'm looking for on the 15-second chart. I'm looking for divergence or reversals to build up. Then after I get some divergence or reversal, I'm looking for the next key level on the chart, and I'm also waiting for the background change. So as these divergences are appearing, I'm not doing anything yet, but I'm looking ahead. I notice we have the R1 pivot. Depending on how many signals are building up before I get to the key level, I might take a bounce trade right at the key level. In this case, we had an amazing bounce right off of the R1 pivot. But the main idea behind this strategy is to wait for divergence or reversals, and then only get into the trade after the background changes. And then on the first candle where we get the background change, I want to take a break above if I'm looking for a longs, or a break below the lows if I'm looking for a short. So here we've got the divergence. Here's our first green candle. Looking for a break above the high here. We get the break on the next candle and pop up 50 points right away. Now we're getting some reversal and divergence building up. I'm noticing this next key level. We've already bounced off this key level in the past, so I might be a little hesitant about taking a bounce trade. Thinking on the second touch, there's a better chance of it breaking through. We never make it back up to the key level, and we get the background change red after getting these signals building up. So here's our first red candle. Looking for a break below the low here. We get the break on the next candle. It's also a break below whole number. We pop down about 20 points in a minute. So there's no signals building up, so I'm not taking this background change. No signals, not taking this background change. Next time we get a signal is some divergence down here. So I'm going to look out for the next background change. Here's the next background change. Looking for a break higher above this first candle. We get the break higher, and we pop up over 12 points. I'm scalping most of the day, usually looking for around 10 points. Sometimes less, sometimes more, just depending on the volatility of the current day. So no signals building up. So I'm not taking any of these background changes. Just looking at these wicks wicking off of this key level, and then this full body candle with the background change. I might be interested in that one. But sticking to this simple system, we've got some signals building up now, so I'm looking for the background change. Here's our first red candle, so I'm looking for a break lower below the low here. We get the break on the next candle, and we pop down 13 points. Here's a reversal signal to the upside, so I'm looking for a green breakout candle. Here's our first green candle, looking for a break above. We do get the push higher back up to this key level. As far as stop placement, I'm usually looking for recent lows. So here's the recent lows. I'd have my stop down there. This trade, I most likely would have gotten out a little bit early. It did not move right away. With my own personal trading style, I probably would have taken a small loss there. Here we're getting some divergence building up. We're looking for a red candle. Here's our red candle. Here's the low. We do not break below the low. No trade triggered. No more signals, so I'm not looking for any trades. Here's some divergence building up. I'm looking for a red candle. Here's our red candle. Looking for a break below the low of this candle. We get the break. We drop down over 40 points. Get a little hold up here at the yesterday's high. And this is almost 10:30 when I'm done trading. So for the trend and reversal settings, I've got the reversals activated. Look back of 3. Overbought and oversold of 60 and 40. The trend core, got a period of 7. Overbought, oversold of 50 and 50. SMA filter on, period of 3. I've got it painting the background and the candles. Divergence is on. A look back of 1. Overbought, oversold of 90 and 10. Then I've got the Williams as my input series. I'm not using the trend flow in this instance. So let me show you how I use this 15-second scalping strategy in conjunction with some higher time frames. I've got the 60-minute chart, then I've got the 1-minute chart, with a 5-minute data series as well. So there's a 5-minute chart down here. Then I've got delta for the 1 minute and the 5 minute right below. So I'm basically just looking for colors to line up across the board, across the 1 minute and the 5 minute charts, and also the 1 minute and the 5 minute delta. Then I'm looking for entries on the 15-second chart. So the market is about to open. We've got some divergence on the 15-second chart. So I'd be looking for a green candle and background change. And then I'd be looking to take a break above the high. I'm also looking at these key levels. Got the current day open here. VWAP. First candle is red. No trade yet. Getting ready for this candle to close. Green candle. Put my order right above this key level here. Gonna go for, I got 11 points there. Didn't even have time to move my stop loss up. So now we're just waiting for another signal on the 15-second chart. Got a mixed bag on the 1 minute. Got a green background here, but the trend core is red. Everything else is pretty much red. There's our signal, so we're looking for a red candle. Then we're gonna look for a break lower. Green candle, no trade. Getting quite a bit of negative delta coming in. Got red backgrounds on all four. There's our red candle. I'm gonna go ahead and go short before the break. Put my stop above this high. Gonna look to target current day open. So with the standard 15-second strategy, I would be waiting for a close below this red candle here. But just because we were red across the board on the higher time frames, decided to take a short and move my stop down. Get out of that trade. We had the 15-second turn red. We had a break below. Got 10 points of room down to the current day open. So we could have waited for the break lower from this candle. Here we got some divergence to the upside, so looking for a green background change. Also just keeping in mind the higher time frames. I mean, this is red across the board with a ton of negative delta coming in. But if we've got some divergence coming in, a couple different divergences. I'm looking at key levels for a potential bounce. If we're getting a bunch of divergence building up before we get to the key level, might take a small bounce trade. I do like VWAP bounce trades. We've got some divergence building up. Gonna go for a VWAP bounce trade there. Just gonna look to target whole number again. Put my stop about 10 points away too. 12 points. More divergence. We got the pop up. So now I'm a little bit more curious about getting a green background change. We are red across the board on the higher time frames, but VWAP bounces can be pretty potent sometimes. There's the green candle. I think I just missed my opportunity there. There is over 10 points of room back up to the current day open, which we would have just got right there. I didn't have enough time to get into the trade. If anything, I'm favoring shorts with all the red on this chart. So those are some of the ways that I would trade this 15-second strategy in conjunction with the higher time frames. I can show you this chart setup. Got the trend and reversal. Same settings as the other chart, except I've got the trend flow activated. Strength of 1, directional filter is off, SMA filter period of 3. I've got this painting the background, which means that I've got the trend core background turned off. For the ultimate delta, I've got level 1 on. I've got the level 1 brush lime green and the level 1 down brush red, showing the background levels. So those are the settings, and that's how I'm trading this setup. If you want to see how I use this basic same setup in conjunction with some other indicators, check out yesterday's video titled Slightly New Setup, Same Old Tricks. It's got a lot more ideas on how to trade this simple system by incorporating delta and some other aspects. I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. There are links to all the indicators in the description. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for your support. Best of luck in your trading. Have a great day.